Well, welcome to today's video. It's a different video than we were going to be posting because someone got a trip to the hospital. Trigger warning coming up for any of you who don't like gore. It's actually not that gory, but
it's pretty gory.
I'll tell you before I put that up so you can close your eyes. This is a lovely memento from the local hospital. After having dinner with Foresty Forest, before having dinner with Foresty Forest, I was chopping wood and my hatchet, which is way sharper than I ever thought it was, came down and just touched my leg, cut right through my jeans, right into my leg. It was a bit of a rodeo, but thanks to Foresty Forest's first aid kit that came with his new van, I think I should make a big donation for that, the use of it. I was able to bundle it up. We finished dinner and then went to the hospital, and 5 stitches later, you'll see this, and close your eyes for 5 seconds starting now. Anyways, we're going to get on to the video we were hoping to film tonight, which includes avocado,
treats, just treats.
Yeah, a whole bunch of treats, food. This is what we snack on when we want to snack. One of the problems is I can't bend this knee anymore. They were afraid the stitches might split. So I've got to try being the one who got the stitches. So now I just get to hold the knife, which probably isn't smart with my record tonight.
Probably not.
Does that help? Not really. Oh, what a zoo.
You open that?
Yeah. Either way, I'll post the only thing that I got, memento of my hanging out with Foresty Forest tonight.
Open.
You'll see a picture right now of us all hanging out by the campfire as I was hobbling around with all of the goodies from his first aid kit wrapped around my leg. But
it is a good thing he had that because we have nothing in our van, so.
I'm sure we have Band-Aids in here somewhere.
Not that I know of.
Anyways, I used 2 regular-sized Band-Aids to hold the
cut
gap together because it was gappy. And then, what did I put on top of that? I don't even remember. I was out of it.
Yeah, you were really out of it. Then we put gauze on top of that with tape on top of that.
Oh yes, gauze, taped it up and taped around my leg so that skin couldn't move. And yeah. And then when we got to the hospital, they pulled it apart and flooded it with saline solution anyways. Now you're probably all throwing up. Anyways, needless to say, it is now in the past.
Okay.
Well, in 10 days when I pull the stitches out, it'll be in the past.
And we didn't do dishes from supper, so now we have no forks.
Yeah. One of those days where you just gotta roll with it.
Basically a gong show.
Sometimes it doesn't quit, but that's okay. That's half the fun. Oh, what am I gonna do with my leg?
Just lean back and then lay it out stretched.
Back is sloped the wrong way.
I have my jacket back there too if you can bundle up behind you. You want fresh lime on this?
Yeah, if we have it. We could use the tahine too. But yeah, whatever's easiest.
Actually, the tahine's probably easiest.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Okay, I'm gonna get you to hold
beggar.
this. Hold this.
Good for something.
Alright. Hold it still.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying. Oh, okay.
Come on.
The other thing we'll show you right now while we're pounding the garlic pepper into this avocado is where we're staying tonight. We stay at rest stops on the highways all the time. They say overnight camp, no overnight camping, but you're allowed to legally stay at them for up to 8 hours. They're on the highway for the express purpose of giving people a place to rest. So if you pull into one, a police officer is not going to come and give you any trouble unless you've been here for longer than 8 hours, because they don't want a sleepy driver on the road. That's the same as an impaired driver in their mind. So they'll never tell you, if you say, you know what, I'm too tired to drive, they're not going to give you a ticket. They can't. Otherwise, they're accepting the responsibility of putting a tired driver on the road. So if you ever get harassed and you're tired and you don't want to drive anymore, remember, just say,
It's
I'm
your
tired.
prerogative.
Yeah. But yeah, this one actually has a self-weigh station, which, look for an upcoming video on that. We're going to talk about the weight of our van, how we built it, how we designed it to make sure it wasn't crazy heavy, and what we did to actually keep it. I want to say, I think we're 350 kilograms under its maximum weight with us and everything in it. So I was pretty proud of that.
With your 3 kids?
Oh yeah, and with the 3 kids. So
we won't be weighing.
Yeah, we won't be weighing it with them tomorrow. Thank goodness. Love you guys.
Okay. Tahini.
I feel like such a
Gimp?
useless person. See how puffy it is. Oh, and you can see here the cut through the jeans. You can see a bit of blood. It's dried now, and I only have this pair of pants with me, so it's going to be time to buy a new pair of jeans. And
which you needed new ones anyway.
Yes, I did.
Hold that.
Okay, do you want me to mush?
I wasn't going to do that because we have no chips.
Oh,
I was just going to eat it like that.
I'm okay with that. Did you put lime on it? Oh, you put the tahini.
Yeah. Do you want some hot sauce?
Sure.
Change it up.
The other thing I should mention too, we have our diesel heater on right now. I think it's about -9 or -10 out Celsius. We're outside of the city of Calgary. Right now we have our diesel heater on its lowest setting, 1.6 hertz. It's a 5 kilowatt, so right now at 1.6 hertz, I think it puts out like the equivalent to like 1.9 kilowatts. I'd recommend you buy a 5 kilowatt. Can't remember his name now. John Mick something. Tons of stuff on the diesel heaters on YouTube, and he discovered that the 2 kilowatt is way louder than the 5 kilowatt. The 5 kilowatt is variable. The 2 kilowatt I think can a little bit, but so get the 5 kilowatt and you can turn it down to 1.9 kilohertz or 1.9. My brain is like not working tonight. Kilowatts. 1.9 kilowatts, which is lower than a 2 kilowatt anyway. So do that. You have smaller or quieter furnace. I need food. Actually, the hospital stay was very short tonight. I think it was like, what, 2 hours?
Yeah.
In, x-rays, stitches, and out.
Yeah, could have been worse. The wait time was only 30 minutes there, so all things considered.
Yeah, and I was into a room in under 30 minutes.
And the incident happened in Calgary, thankfully.
Yeah, Foresty Forest. Shout out to you and your new van and its first aid kit. I'm actually really excited about his van too. That thing is massive compared to his old one. I had the pleasure of climbing into that old one, and I'd venture to say he's got 4, maybe 5 times the space inside. Yeah, I'm jealous of that van.
What?
Thank you for putting up with me.
Always.
It's a challenge.
It means I'm always putting up with you.
I know, I said it's a challenge to put up with me. Fully acknowledge that. Donuts, popsicles, lollipops, bonbons.
Bonbon.
Man, I am so hungry. I think that almost passing out takes a toll on me.
I told you were in shock.
Yeah, when I was laying on the picnic table, head down, there was a couple parts where I don't remember all the details of the...
No, you don't.
Were you guys still getting dinner ready, or...?
No, we were just awkwardly waiting to see what you were going to do.
Or Foresty Forest.
Yeah.
We felt bad for him. He's been working on his van, and his kitchen is not done. Well, I think it's just kind of getting usable now, but he's been eating takeout, and you all know how much he loves his crock pot and cooking, and he actually eats very, very well, very healthy. I gotta respect him a lot for how he feeds himself. But yeah, I felt bad for him because he's been having to eat takeout, and he said in his last video he's been eating unhealthy, so we figured on our way through we'd try to make him dinner. Instead, we tested out his first aid kit.
Yeah.
But it turned out good. Everything went well. That guy was a class act.
What?
Just if I'm ever going to be stuck in the back of a crammed little van with a gash on my knee, wouldn't want to do it with anyone else.
My back is so sore.
Your back?
Yeah.
Oh, your back. Guess who's paying in back massages tonight?
You know why though?
Why?
Because I was so cold tonight.
Oh.
My back all tensed up.
Yeah, that little campfire is nice, but
I could barely even sit around it. I was cooking food the whole time.
we should have put you on the bench where I was sitting.
Or I should have just cooked in here.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid that this heater was going to get really hot really fast, but it's actually not too bad. 12.7 volts, 1200 meters elevation. No errors, so I'll get it like that. 24 degrees. Oh, so it's 24 inside, which is just about right.
That was so stressful though. Your knee. Did Forresty see you do it, or did he only find out when you like told me?
I don't think so. He was sitting there and we were talking, but I think he was looking at the fire while he was talking. You know how they're mesmerizing, and the light was starting to drop. It was getting dark, and that was weird. Because, like, I put the hatchet into the wood, hammering it on the back of it so that I didn't have to swing the hatchet. If I'm not swinging the hatchet, how do I hit myself?
Yeah.
But when it finally broke through, it just pendulumed enough down, just tapped on the bulge of my quadricep
And the bulge.
pop.
Sick.
And I was fine until I opened the cut in my
Okay.
pants.
Okay.
And it's staring back out at me. All that matters is that we pulled off dinner. 25. If it gets to 27, then I'm going to have to turn it off.
Maybe. I'm like still chilled.
No, for your sake, we can leave it on. I might have to get you to pull my socks up, though.
You owe me that much. Hopefully you sleep good tonight though.
Well, I think I will. They just said I can't squat, so I can bend my knee 90 degrees, no problem.
I guess. Damn, we're gonna have a lot of crumbs in this bed.
Someone I used to work with, when he'd see a pretty girl, he'd always say, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers. You meet that standard, apparently.
Good enough for the girls you go with.
Yeah, that was another one. That's good enough for the girls we go with. My question was like, I don't know who you're going with, but I never want to set a standard that low for the girls I date.
Your holy pants, my holy socks. More chip grills.
When we're done all the snacking, we're going to have to open the doors all back up, take the sheet off, shake it out.
Not tonight. Too cold tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to get video of us eating with Forresty, and that all went down the drain. Yeah, that one guy's comment on that video. He thinks she could doll herself up a little bit. Like you're here to please him.
Why don't they say that about you?
Oh, look at me. I put a lot of time. This takes hours every morning to produce.
I'll tell you what I'm not gonna do.
What?
Is doll myself up to go to the mountains and watch you cut your leg open.
What if you meet a cute doctor?
Nah.
Actually, the doctor was really cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He didn't scold you?
No, he was funny. He was good. It was one of those very positive, free healthcare experiences. Not that a free healthcare experience shouldn't be nice, but
But it wasn't bad.
yeah, you could tell he enjoyed what he did.
Is he young? Ish.
Not just my age-ish, maybe a little older. Put up with my whining and cowering when he brought that big fat needle out.
Did they freeze it for the... But they didn't freeze it for the flushing. They didn't freeze it for that?
No, because the nurse came and flushed it first to see it.
Ugh, I don't know how they can do it.
Oh, and then, yeah, weak stomachs, plug your ears for about 10 seconds. When he was flushing it, he was then scrubbing it.
Oh, okay. With
Scrubbing.
what?
It looked like a little mini loofah.
Oh.
He's like, can you feel that? Can you feel that? And I'm like,
God.
you're weirding me out. I can feel it. So what's next?
What's next on the menu?
Jinx. You owe me a root beer.
And you owe me a back rub. Okay, I don't know what you want to do for this banana bread, but...
Can we just cut it in there? Chunk, without poking through the bottom?
Going for broke?
Banana bread. No, I'm going for 4 pieces, 2 each.
What's up? I don't have
We're
plates.
going to need napkins or something because these are going to be messy.
All right.
I don't mind dry crumbs in my bed, but wet crumbs,
Not wet
that's where I draw the
crumbs.
line. Well, the nice thing about having a semi-truck idling 20 feet from the van is that we can't hear the fuel pump for the heater.
Oh, yeah. You heard it at all yet? Oh, yeah, now I hear it.
Yeah.
Easy to forget about, though.
Yeah.
I would do wish we had a little bit of butter for this, but... Well.
You need like an aerosol butter.
I like it on thick. That would put it on too thin.
Just more squirts.
No, like whipping cream butter. Just
Yeah. That's genius. That's seriously genius.
I don't think you can do it.
Why not?
I don't know.
You can do it with whipped cream. Just
But that's a
essentially
liquid.
just make salted whipped cream. That would work. I'd be okay with that.
I feel like the butter itself was too...
Salty and
Viscous.
sweet on the same piece.
What?
2 cans. One of regular whipped cream, one of like salted butter whipped cream.
I wonder.
You spray 2 little lines on there and then you eat it with the salt and the sweet. I want to try that.
Try it.
You guys are not allowed to steal that, or at least want a couple cans if you do. Just don't color it yellow with yellow sunset yellow number 27 or whatever it is.
I've had better
You've had better?
than this, yeah. This is like marginal at best.
President's choice, but we did freeze it.
I want real banana bread, like our homemade stuff. That's the other thing is they never put chocolate chips in store-bought banana bread.
It's because they're cheap.
I don't know why. That's what makes banana bread, besides the bananas.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's just the bananas.
Are you gonna want more food after this, or are you gonna be satisfied?
Oh, I want one of those water pops.
I don't want to get it.
Don't worry. Let Mo with the gimpy leg get
I'll
it.
do it. Just
No,
lay
I'm
down.
already up. One thing that was important to us was that we have access to the fridge kind of at all times, from the front of the van, from the back of the van, whether it's in seat mode or bed mode, because really is nice when you can like reach in and grab something when you want to munch. So we really do like our layout. There's probably some things we do a little different, but ultimately this turned out pretty good.
Can I do this, or is that too heavy?
Yeah,
on me?
no, it's fine. Knee bones.
Oh.
That would be bad news.
What I definitely don't want is a wet bed. Shuck on it. Face. Your face.
Your
Is it
face.
like really fizzy or something?
No.
I feel like I need to move.
Yeah, watch me shotgun a can of water.
I know.
Oh, because it's kind of partially frozen.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Should we turn the fridge off then? If it's frozen. Oh, you did already.
I don't know.
I didn't. Someone did.
Sasquatch did.
You did and just forgot about it. Yeah, I didn't.
I haven't touched anything.
Your like forgetful mind with this whole tragic experience has forgotten.
Oh,
about
my
it.
leg is gaping. You know what I need to do is go turn the switch for the
Well,
fridge.
I didn't do it, so you had to have. since I didn't touch it. I would have remembered because I'm not the injured person. And your memory has been blanking out tonight.
You're taking advantage of me. I'm protecting my leg.
Oh yeah, my long dangles are gonna get you. Oh man, I don't enjoy nights like tonight.
I'm talking about they make the best stories. 60 years from now, you'll be lying in a hospital bed, decrepit. Actually, by the time we get there, it'll probably be like 90 years from now.
Why? Because people live longer?
And medicine's getting better, and yeah. But you'll be decrepit, and you'll be like, oh, just kill me now. Oh, I remember that one time. It was so funny. Eric cut his leg open with an axe.
I doubt that.
Warm, fond memories.
The only thing I'll laugh about is when you almost passed out. I don't think I could ever be a nurse. What's weird is I can, like, you know, like when we get a roast chicken, I can, like, peel all the meat from the bones and no problem.
The roast chicken is different than a...
I think so too, but some people have an issue with that. Like, they just think that's totally disgusting, but to me, it's like, it's nothing. It's whatever. And also, I think I could probably be around... This is getting morbid now. I could probably be around an animal that was butchered. I don't think that would... Like, maybe not when it's dying, but, you know, like, when it's already butchered, I don't think that would bother me. But seeing someone who's
so much
living...
for loving animals.
I do love animals, but seeing someone who's alive and a wound on them like that, I can't handle it.
Well, all I know is that when I see it on me is when it's the worst.
Well, even when it was happening to you, I started like pacing around because I was...
hear you belly aching, and I'm like, I'm the one split open over here, and you're complaining about wanting to pass out. But then I promptly half passed out. And...
Yeah, and like I said, then me and Forrest just kind of awkwardly waited to see what you were gonna do. And, well, he went and got his first aid kit, thankfully, and then I just kind of was like hoping that you weren't gonna full on pass out.
Well, I held it enough together to kind of like pinch it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Too bad we didn't have any of those black binder clips. It just made the skin go wee and then oink.
No. So what now?
I don't know.
What time is it?
Time is
Oh, it's 12:30.
35.
We should go to bed probably.
Yeah, I'm still reluctant, but okay.
I'm tired. Your wound tired me out.
Such a rough life you have, watching people get injured.
Apparently. Okay, well, my socks. I gotta throw these out.
Yes, you do.
Well, should we call it a night?
Probably should.
Okay, you just lift your legs back and I'll sweep it. Yikes! Get off your knee.
I'm not on my knee.
Aren't
This
you?
is my good knee.
Oh, okay. There's massive crumbs over here. The only thing I don't like about this is these stupid toggle things whack me in the head.
And then don't let them whack you in the head.
Well, that's probably going to be worse.
I'll probably go like this.
Can you tuck them in somehow?
Nope.
Alright, now this. And then we're going to throw the fleece on?
If you think so.
Yeah. If we're not putting the heater on, then yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's cold enough. We'll need the heater if we have these, so no point in burning fuel all night.
I suppose. So we good?
You're good. I gotta get changed because I'm dying of heat under all these blankets. Still fully clothed.
Your clothes are underneath the jacket.
Alrighty. Number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, and we are toasty and ready for bed. Well, thanks for joining us. Oh, and I'll show you my knee.
Oh my God.
Look at all this. It's way bigger than it needs to be, but they said I have to have it so I don't accidentally like squat and bend my knee all the way. That splits it open, and it's a thought she loves to revel in her head. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Or as you like to say, nighty-night.
Whatever's a night.
You said that the last time. That's why I started
did I?
laughing. You're like, nighty-night.
Oh, you're right. Nighty-night. And I turn
Yeah.
off the light. But it's too far away to reach, so.
Yeah.
Nighty-night. Okay, get it.